You've been kidnapped. 30 minutes later, your kidnapper dumps you on the street because you won't stop talking about what? How excited I am to finally have been kidnapped, and how long I've waited for this, and how it's almost exactly like that movie with Alicia Silverstone, and how she was in the Batman movie but wasn't very good, even though Batman is a great character, and Adam West was a hilarious Batman but was even better on Family Guy, and that Family Guy is getting a little too overrated for my taste. And speaking for taste, can we stop for food, because I'm hungry, and when I get hungry I get cranky, and a Snickers won't help, even though Snickers is packed with peanuts, caramel and chocolate, but not dark chocolate, and I'm sure Snickers at one point did a dark chocolate version, and if not I might be thinking about Milky Way midnight bars, and the Milky Way is so vast and huge and we have no idea how much further out it goes. And edit, holy hell. I did not expect this to blow up like it did. Thank you to everyone that sent awards, gold, and all the comments. I'm actively trying to read them all, but the outpouring is amazing. I read a bunch to my wife and son last night and they were laughing their asses off. You all are some hilarious people. Thank you so much. How whale dicks are probably the origin of sea serpent legends. What? Sometimes for some reason whales turn on their backs and stick their penis out of the water, which looks kind of like the Loch Ness Monster. Some assume that's the origin of the legend. Loch Ness Monster. My D&D campaign. There is nothing more interesting than your own D&D campaign. There is nothing less interesting than someone else's D&D campaign. Edit, man, this blew up. This one post got more karma than several years of Reddit lurking. For all the comments about CR and other D&D streams, I would argue that watching an entire game is different from hearing someone talk about their campaign. Someone just talking about their campaign is not going to be able to add all the context, nuance, and atmosphere that you get from either playing in a campaign or watching the entirety of a campaign. Except someone else's fantasy sports team, but in the same neighborhood. True crime podcasts. Edit, no joke. A friend of mine owns a bar, and whenever I'm there, we have a deal: if people stay too long after last call when she's trying to close up, if I can get them to leave, I drink for free. My go-to is to start telling stories about my favorite true crime cases, and it works almost every time. I need to stop referring to windows as points of entry. I sell windows as part of my job. Lol, alright, this made me laugh. The kidnapper not giving me the candy for getting in the van. Yay man, if they said they were gonna get candy to take me, at least give me the ducking candy. And it better be good candy, damn it. So let me tell you how Linux is a far better operating system and how the modern internet owes its life to free and open source software. I use a distribution of GNU Linux called Arch. Raid Shadow Legends. Okay, I'll allow you to kidnap me, but first I'd like to thank our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Gets yeeted out of the window. Lego. Oh, this one piece only came in one set issued in 1984. It was a limited edition set, so there weren't that many to start with, but a lot of pieces from that era are now lost or in landfills. So it only comes up for sale from time to time, usually at auction. One sold in 2003 for $72 buck. Can you believe that? $72 for a single Lego piece. Anyway, every time I buy used Legos, I always check for that piece. Oh, there's other pieces like that too. It isn't just the one piece. There was another piece, well actually a minifigure, that was all gold. Not like that fake plastic looking gold, but actually shiny. Wait, where are you going? Guys? Hey, I'm almost done, you gotta hear the rest. Guys? Can you describe said piece? What makes it so special? Yeah, I really need to know now. Hell yeah, piqued my interest too. Edit, found it guys, it was Cease the Goat from 7189. BrickFanatics.com. My wife's uncle worked for Lego when they first came to the US, and he has a case of one-off Lego that, let's be honest, most Lego fans would straight up murder him for. Yes, he has the goat. At first I thought this meant the greatest Lego of all time. My newest MLM adventure. Dissect every aspect of their appearance and that of their vehicle, and you have an oil for everything. Oils for weight loss, oils for acne, oils for smells, oils for cleaning, oils for the check engine light, lol. One of my new oily oils will fix everything. And you just have buy a $1,500 startup kit to get in. I'm due for an oil change. Got an oil for that? No. Henry VIII's second verse, same as the first. I got married to the widow next door, she's been married 7 times before. The entire story and character construct of the Kingdom Hearts series. I would kidnap you to finally get some sense into the narrative. The fact that College Board basically has a monopoly on the college credit entrance business, at least in the US, but we use them in an international school I went to too, and how competition is necessary for APS, SOTS, ACS, ECT. To be cheaper and more reasonable. They are bad for the higher education system and everyone in it. Gotta love their virtual shipping charge for electronically sending your SAT score to a university. Look, the internet is a series of tubes. The uni has to exclusively rent a bunch of tubes so your scores don't end up falling into any pornography tubes, because then your scores will get all sticky. How badly I want someone to play WoW with me. Edit, rip my inbox. I'm never going to be able to reply to everyone, so I'm just going to bullet point a couple of the most common replies. What is WoW? World of Warcraft, massively multiplayer online role-playing game by Blizzard Entertainment. Originally released in 2004, it's arguably the most successful MMO of all time. The current expansion, Shadowlands, just released at the end of 2020. The player count has ebbed and flowed over the years, but it's still got an active player base numbering in the multi-millions, and Shadowlands briefly held the record for fastest selling PC game ever. Come join us on X server Classic Alliance. I genuinely appreciate everyone who has offered to game along with me. Unfortunately right now, unless you're Horde on Thrallus, I'm not going to be able to move. I'm a rampaging altaholic and I'm too deeply rooted where I am to make any changes beyond maybe moving guilds. Play Y game instead. That's a negative, Ghost Rider. People throw me the stink eye every time I say it, but I really like where WoW is right now. Shadowlands brought me back into WoW after quitting mid-mists. For me, that's massive. As a result, I'm not eager to try and pick up another time sink right now. Constantly making eye contact and asking what is wrong. Oh my god, I'd kick you out of my van for that, and I'm not even kidnapping you. I don't have a van either. I can't drive. Why? What is wrong? Every single mistake they made in the planning and execution of said kidnapping. Hashtag I'd like to talk to you about your car's extended warranty. Kidnapper rips bag off your head, look around in a panic, and then visible relief. Oh man. You guys have no idea how glad I am to see you. No, for real, this is perfect. See. I'd like to talk to you about your car's extended warranty. Get immediately shot. Warhammer 40k. Endlessly critiquing their kidnapping plan as I suggest better options. You know, the zip tie is a nice pick, but they're really easy to snap with since effort. Personally, I'd suggest rope or even paracord. I hope you remembered to wear a disguise when you rented this van. They have CCTVs everywhere nowadays. Neither of us need your face on TV. So what's your endgame here? Is it money? A sex thing? Revenge? A sex thing? I'd just like to know what's on the itinerary. If it's one of those other things, can it also be a sex thing? I mean, it's not my fault you didn't think to sedate me when you picked me up. Frankly, that's a rookie mistake. So are you after money? Information? Because I have neither. My organs won't even be worth much on the black market because I'm super unhealthy. I hate to break it to you, but if this is a sex thing, nobody's gonna be interested. Did you really just drive through a traffic light? You know those all have cameras, right? Back roads only, man, or you're gonna get caught faster than I can chew through this off-brand duct tape you thought would work. I'm probably gonna get killed by judging the kidnappers too much, like above. About how Hades is actually a pretty good guy and that the idea of him being evil or bad comes from the Christian idea of the devil being associated with him for no reason other than underworld. Actually, compared to all the other gods in Greek mythology, Hades was probably the least dickish of them all. The worst thing he did was kidnap that dude's wife, but he was very fair and allowed the dude to come to the underworld and get her. The only reason why she stayed kidnapped was because he didn't follow the very fair rules that Hades had set up. And also Hades had to kidnap his wife because that's his job. Like, it's not his fault she died.